Greetings, Earthlings. I come to you from the past. Woo! No, but seriously, I apologize that I can't be present for the presentation today. I had to be elsewhere, but luckily we do have our three smartest guys present who I'm sure will do a fantastic job with the rest of the presentation. But first, for my part here, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the survey, how we conducted it, and some of the general results. So what we did was we carefully formulated questions to find concrete quantitative feedback on pricing and promotion alternatives. It was posted online through SurveyMonkey, as yours were as well, and then we sent it out through social mediums, mainly Facebook, to family, friends, and other people who we tried to hit our key demographics, and as well to the Vancouver Southsiders Whitecaps fan group to get their opinions as part of our survey. We had respondents who were from a variety of age groups, but mostly through the 20 to 29 age group, as you can see through this chart here that I'm putting up. We do feel that this is has the most potential for the sporting apparel market, which is part of the reason that we had so many people, but it was also just part of time constraints as well. We also looked to get a variety of ethnicities, a lot of ethnic diversity to represent the Vancouver landscape, and as well as different income levels to get a variety of results as well. In the end, we had 102 responses total, but to qualify you had to be a BC resident, and 100 of those were BC residents, so we had 100 completed surveys. There were 60 males and 34 females who completed the survey, so a pretty good balance there. And afterwards, we coded the responses and analyzed them through tabulation, cross-tabulation, and hypothesis testing, which we will be going through more later. So as far as the results go, I'll talk to you about the overall results, everyone who filled out the survey, rather than segmenting the groups yet. So as far as brand awareness and market position, soccer ranked third behind hockey and football, with 56% of respondents saying that they'd watched it in the last 3 months. As far as the Whitecaps go, more specifically, we used several questions to evaluate their brand position. The Whitecaps achieved 100% awareness from our respondents, which was very surprising considering our previous insights, specifically in class when very few people had heard of the Whitecaps. This means you. But to have 100% awareness from 100 respondents, which were randomly selected, that is very good news moving forward for the club. It shows that they do have a big presence in Vancouver. The question was skipped by 8 people, the awareness question, but no one responded that they weren't aware of the Whitecaps. As far as competition in the Vancouver sports market goes, the Whitecaps ranked third out of 5 teams with an average rank of 2.87 compared to the Canucks, Lions, Giants, and Vancouver Canadians baseball team, which many people have not heard of. The Canucks were first with 1.7 average ranking, and the Lions were second with 2.76. So the Lions and Whitecaps were close with average ranking, but if you look closer, the Whitecaps had 16 first place votes compared to the Lions 4, but were well behind in second place votes with only 23 compared to the Lions 40, and that's more likely where they would sit in the market behind the Canucks. The Canucks are clearly the most popular team overall. 51 people mentioned in their open-ended question when we asked for the favorite team that the Canucks were their favorite team. So that wasn't even listed, that was just on their own. The Whitecaps were actually named also in the open-ended question as the favorite team by 12 respondents, but most of those were likely from the supporters group, the fan group, who we had sent in the survey to. So with the move to Major League Soccer in 2011, they expect to become more popular and get a big boost, which should help in their apparel sales. And our responses kind of suggest that as well. Only 26% of overall respondents said that they currently watch MLS. However, 88% said that they were aware that the Whitecaps would be joining MLS. And while only 57% had previously attended a Whitecaps game, 90% of respondents said that they would be interested in attending a Whitecaps MLS game in the future. So there's great interest in the team from our respondents, which shows and suggests that there is a significant market for Whitecaps and their new team jerseys. So more specifically, in the sporting apparel market, we'll look now. Only 10 respondents stated that they currently own a Whitecaps jersey, which was the lowest response among all of our options, well below the Canucks, below the Lions, even the Vancouver Giants, I believe was listed at. All of our there was many others, but Whitecaps were the lowest. However, we feel that if the proper decisions are made, the Whitecaps should be able to sell a great number of new team jerseys. 63% of respondents either agreed or strongly agreed that they felt it was important to buy team apparel to show support for their favorite team. 82% of the people we surveyed had previously purchased a sports jersey, so they had purchased sports jerseys in the past, while 53% had purchased a soccer jersey, so roughly half of the respondents. Our survey shows that sales could also be boosted by the addition of a star player on the team. 69% of respondents either agreed or strongly agreed that they would be more likely to purchase a soccer jersey of a star player. So that could really help as well. Then just a quick note on maximum price. 61% of the people who had previously bought a soccer jersey specifically stated that they had paid at most between $76 to $125. So pretty big range, but some in that range is the most they'd paid. So we can use that info as well to help with the pricing decision, which we'll talk a little bit more later on. As far as location for selling the jersey goes, the most popular destination by far was a sporting goods retailer, such as example Sport Check or Sport Mart. 67% of respondents stated that they'd purchased their sports jersey from such a location. So the Whitecaps should definitely be looking to get their jerseys distributed through those locations. The team store, at the sporting event, and from an online retailer were all next in line. The 32% of respondents each stated that they'd gone from one of those locations. The team website was well behind. Only 11.5% said that they'd purchased the jersey there. So while they will offer their jersey there, I'm sure, they probably shouldn't expect to get a great deal of sales generated directly from there. As far as advertising goes, for soccer fans, we asked them which leagues they watch. So 76% of soccer fans said that they watched the English Premiership, and 60% said that they watched the UEFA Champions League. So those could be great opportunities for the Whitecaps to advertise their apparel, more specifically their jerseys, while these are played on television in BC. So during the English Premiership, which is usually played early Saturday mornings, or during the UEFA Champions League, which is played weekdays around afternoon, they could put commercials on for their apparel. That might be a good idea as well. So with this information, hopefully they can help find their target market, disposable income, consumer preferences, and willingness to pay. And that's just the overall numbers from our survey. We'll get into more specifics, which I will now pass it on to another member of my group, which will talk to you about that. So thank you again. I appreciate you. Thank you, Yupin, for allowing me to do this. I'll see you all during the final. Good luck.